What the business, YouTube, episode 23. My name's Jay Florida, and today's career of discussion is a tutor. So, what is a tutor? A tutor is a person who provides private, personalized instruction to an individual or small group, usually to support academic performance, teach specific skills, or help with homework. Now, to give you a piece of history, tutoring is considered one of the oldest teaching methods, existing for thousands of years since ancient Greece and Rome, where philosophers like Socrates tutored elite students. Historically, private tutors were primary educators for royalty and wealthy families, evolving into apprenticeships and later becoming a major accessible industry within the last 60 years. A few basic requirements to becoming a tutor include defining your tutor subject or niche, qualifications such as a diploma or degree, pursuing certifications from organizations like the National Tutoring Association or the College Reading and Learning Association, gaining experience by volunteering at local schools, libraries, or community centers to build a portfolio, and last but not least, joining a tutoring agency or platform. Now, besides your basic equipment such as internet, a laptop, or a whiteboard, this should cost you $0 and can take you anywhere from a few days to as much as 7 years when considering your qualifications and tutoring aspirations. Now, as far as your range, as an entry-level tutor, you can expect to make $30,000 to $50,000, with a few things affecting how much you take home being your tutoring subject, your qualifications, experience, and location. A day in life as a tutor can be described as plenty of personal one-on-one sessions, reviewing and preparing material, and creating and tracking progress. As far as opportunity, if I didn't mention it before, it is a rapidly rising, highly accessible career option, minimal investment, financially anyways. And for that reason, the tutor does score green. A few examples to take note of in this field include Bertha Flowers, who mentored a young Maya Angelou, encouraging her to read and speak. Aristotle, who tutored Alexander the Great from age 13 to 16, preparing him for kingship. And last but not least, Confucius, an ancient Chinese teacher who taught principles of virtue, respect, and character. Now, for our fact moment segment of this episode, starting off with fact number 1. As of 2026, there are 52 perfect numbers, all of which are even, with the 52nd perfect number totaling over 82 million digits. Next, fact number 2. The Socratic method is a form of dialogue-based inquiry and instruction developed by the Greek philosopher Socrates that uses continuous probing questions to challenge assumptions, revealing underlying beliefs, and guide individuals towards discovering truths themselves rather than through direct lecturing. And fact number 3, the highest IQ ever recorded as a recording is 276, achieved by Young-Hoon Kim. Last, for our final section before we move on to the circle of influence. Health risks and mitigation, starting off with musculoskeletal disorders as a result of long hours of sitting or leaning over desks, causing back, neck, and shoulder pain. Burnout, chronic stress, and anxiety, especially as a result of managing multiple students, high-stakes exams, and high-stress environments. Last, vocal strain as a result of frequently talking, especially in noisy environments, causing hoarseness and vocal cord issues. Now, to mitigate, you can implement boundaries for yourself and your students, practice proper ergonomics and taking adequate breaks, and practicing stress management and referring to mental health support. Now that does it for our primary segment. I'm gonna go ahead and give the floor to my co-host to let him take over for the circle of influence. What the business, YouTube? Welcome to the Circle of Influence. Happy Monday. Starting things off, we have respect. Is this a career or position that brings me respect and dignity? Now, for this segment, the tutor does score green, being that it is a career that requires not only knowledge, but proficient knowledge. Knowledge that people crave, are willing to pay for, and are in some way, shape, or form wanting to implement into their lives. Next, we have growth. Is this a career or position that presents me with the opportunity to grow from a $100,000 earning threshold? Now, for this segment, the tutor does score green, with sources online citing that the tutor has the potential to make anywhere from $310,000 to $500,000 in a single year. Though these higher earnings are typically achieved by top tier, quote, super tutors, or those who operate as business owners rather than hourly employees. Next, we have gore. Is this a career or position that will have me dealing with an abundance of blood, violent action, grotesque imagery, or scenery? For this segment, the tutor does score green, as in no, you will not be dealing with any of the mentioned before. For our last ideological standpoint, we have moral conflict. Is this a career or position that will have me compromise any of my foreseeable morals? Don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal, don't kill. The basic set of guidelines. Again, for this segment, the tutor does score green. Moving on to the statistical side of things, we have gender demographics, where men make up 33% of the industry and women make up 67% of the industry. Next, we have ethnic demographics, where Caucasians make up 57% of the industry, Hispanics make up 15% of the industry, and Asians make up 12% of the industry. Last, we have location demographics. Top paying states, no particular order, starting off with New York, followed by Wyoming, and Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Virginia. Now, that does it for the Circle of Influence. I'm going to go ahead and give the floor back to Florida. I'm back. So, to put the tutor in the summary, it is a highly respectable career option that is very lucrative, as I'm finding out, especially when you consider your proficiency in a subject matter and your ability to transfer over that knowledge, as well as whoever it is that you're tutoring, however much they value your knowledge and skill set. Whether that be cooking, dancing, language, painting, driving, math, anything. It also is a women's dominated field. With that being said, it does look like we have a full episode today. The word of the day is Nostril. Self-help resources on the board as always. I'll leave it down in the description. And to show your support, if you want to see this kind of content more often, make sure to comment, like, or subscribe. And I'll see you guys on episode 24.